Welcome back to Conspiracy Corner Podcast. I put out an episode earlier today because I got up early, which you guys know how I am. I'm an insomniac. My sleep schedule's all fucked up. It's April 18th, 2025. Go check out today's earlier episode. It's a 420 special. I may or may not have an Easter special coming out. I'm not sure. I know I got tomorrow. Tomorrow's a busy day, and then the day after is a busy day. So my plan was to get an Easter special episode out earlier this week, along with a 420 episode, because they both fall on the same day. I got the 420 episode out, so go check that out. I put it out today. It's just talking about basically what I take to keep me sane mentally. CBD is in there. We talk about CBD, L-theanine, ashwagandha. A little bit, we go off the rails a little bit, talk about George Carlin, oaths, the medical industry. I think it was a good episode. I had planned on doing like an episode of like the pagan roots of Easter. Just the occult side of Easter and how it's honestly very sinister, the holiday itself. I was gonna ruin Easter for you. Hey, it's a conspiracy channel. I mean, the truth needs to get out there, you know. But so that may or may not come out. That's just a little idea, because tomorrow, our mower something's wrong with our mower. We think it's the battery. I was having trouble starting it, which I was starting it the wrong way, so I might have just honestly just flooded it, you know. I have this problem every year. I forget how to start this mower, you know. I'm used to a Troy-Bilt. That was my mower back in the day when I lived out in the country. And this is a different brand, but I'm still learning, you know, how to drive this particular brand and start it and stuff. So I have to get a battery. I walked outside today and was like, holy shit, the front yard's mowed. So I texted my wife, like, who the fuck mowed our front yard? Like, mower's broke, you know? Did you mow it? Did you get it running? Like, and then I had something came across my mind of like, well, what if somebody paid somebody to mow their lawn and they came to the wrong address? The front yard was mowed, the backyard wasn't. And I was like, uh-oh, that sucks to be them, you know. But hey, we got a free, you know, mow. Turns out it was like some kid in the neighborhood trying to make some extra money, going door to door, and we needed our lawn mowed, so we paid him $20 to mow it, so that's cool. My mother-in-law, thank you, Regina. And then we're paying for the backyard, $25. By the way, like, women, man, I love you all to death, but like, you guys sometimes, like, you guys are horrible wheelers and dealers. I'll be sexist for a little bit, I don't care. I love my wife to death, but the kid was charging $20 for the front yard. The backyard's the same size. And my wife goes, what about 25? Like, what are you doing? I got bills to pay, woman. I don't make money off this podcast, you know. I have like 390 something episodes, almost 400 episodes, and I've made $30, you know. Like, there went my 400 episodes, you know, half hour and a half, sometimes hour episode, you know. Jesus, man. So tomorrow we got to take the battery out and take it to the store, see if it's the battery. If it is the battery, then that means I got to buy a new fucking battery. And luckily I got full time now, so that's nice. But they gave me full time literally right before we cut our kitchen hours, so I'm a little iffy on that. I'm like, am I gonna just go right back down to part-time? Because I was mostly in kitchen. Like, I'm literally in kitchen. Like, I work on register probably once every 2 weeks. Like last night was my first register night in like 2 weeks. Since I've been back, really. So it's a little concerning, is like, am I gonna get cut back down to part-time, you know? Which it is what it is, dude. I've been job hunting and missing opportunities, and I feel like God wants me to get a second job, but he doesn't. He wants me to have full-time, but he doesn't. I'm just letting God guide me. I'm literally like, Jesus, take the wheel. My life is so fucking crazy right now. Like I said, I wish I could go into it, but I can't for legal reasons. When all this shit blows over, I am gonna have to tell you guys this shit. It is fucking insane. And it's shitty. And I'm losing my fucking mind. But, yeah, and then Sunday, I'm supposed to have a group call with this new podcast. It's gonna be me and 2 other people. I'm stoked for it. I'm ready for it. I want it to happen, but stuff keeps happening with one of the hosts, and stuff honestly is happening with me. Like, I just feel like the timing is not getting down, and it's fine. Like I said, Jesus, take the wheel. I'm literally like letting God, if it's meant to be, it'll happen at the right time, at the right day, whenever. So, we got to take care of that tomorrow. I'm open tomorrow afternoon to do this group call, to get this new podcast started. Sunday, I don't even know what I'm doing Sunday. There's a family get-together on my wife's side, the only family I have left, pretty much, except for my oldest brother. I mean, everyone on my side of the family fucking blows, you know. And I'll get into that another day. I'm estranged from all of them. They are a bunch of turncoats. That's literally the perfect name for these people, is turncoats. Just literally turncoats. And if you know what that term means, you get it. And just retarded people. Like, honestly, after this, because my dad was a conspiracy theorist, my mom was not. My dad, you know, like, has the conspiracy mindset. My mom is the type, she was super pro-vaccine, gave us every fucking shot. She's the type, I could honestly see her watching CNN or Fox News. Which Fox News is the lesser of 2 evils now, but during 9/11, they were horrible. During that era. Like, it's all garbage. It's owned by the same company, or same person anyways. But, yeah, just a bunch of turncoats, dude. Just, and believing everything they hear. Just automatically believing it. Not doing their own research, not investigating themselves. Just automatically like, yep, I believe it. Oh, so-and-so says so-and-so. Yep, I believe it. It's all word of mouth, dude. Like, it's so fucking crazy. And claims are getting more outlandish. Oh, I want to tell you guys so fucking bad. Just leave it as a teaser. So, I'm not sure what's happening as far as the next couple days. But today I want to talk about, we'll get on with the subject. Today I want to talk about this Blue Origin thing. First of all, I'm an occultist. You guys know that. A practicing magician of chaos. So, Blue Origin, first of all, it looks like a gigantic fucking penis. And as an occultist and somebody who studies and knows the symbols, most of this space travel shit. Alright, first of all, let's cut to the chase. I don't believe in the fucking moon landing. I'm not a flat earther. I'm agnostic when it comes to flat earth. I am a geocentrist. I believe that we are stationary and we are the center of the universe. I actually have a theory that would literally be, it would literally be a truce between flat earthers and round earthers. But no one likes that. You know, I've already told you guys, if my channel was gung-ho conservative Christian, I would have millions of subscribers. My channel would be, I'd be making bank. If I was super liberal and super blue-pilled, I'd be making bank. But because I'm a normal fucking person who's right in the middle of the road, and hate to be woo-woo, hate to be hippy-dippy, but I believe in coexist, the merging and truce of religions and thought and belief. People don't like that. People don't like old school liberals who are moderates. People don't like that I'm an occultist and a male witch because they want Jesus freak shit, and they don't like that shit when I go, nah, like, I'm an occultist. Well, if you're an occultist, that means you worship the devil and Satan and you sacrifice babies and eat pizza. And no, you just don't like that I'm a genuinely good soul who happens to be a witch. You hear witch and you think evil, Satan. It's because you're retarded, you know. But my belief on the earth is that it could possibly be there's a growing earth theory, or that there is extra land out there, extraterrestrial, you know, land out there, and that it could be that the earth is actually 10 times, maybe 100 times, maybe 500 times bigger than they're saying it is, and there possibly could be a dome above us. And if it was a globe, but super huge and bigger than they're telling us, it would appear flat. So I'm starting a new movement. From this day forward, I plant my flag in the ground. I'm starting a new movement. I call it the big earth theory. I'm not a flat earther. I'm not a round earther. I'm a big earther. It could possibly be a huge earth. Big earth theory. Did someone already invent that? If they did, hit me up in the comments and I'll join their movement. If not, yeah. It's based off geocentrism, possibly growing earth theory, but it's larger than they're telling us, and we could possibly be like the Simpsons with a dome and stuff. It'd be like the Simpsons movie. So anyways, Blue Origin though. First of all, did this even happen? Because I've been looking into this, and there's all sorts of different aspects that I'm going to hit on. One, did it even fucking happen? So, whenever they landed from space, someone noted, it was Salty Cracker, by the way, shout out to Salty Cracker, go sub to him, he gets into conspiracy every now and then, most of it's like political commentary. I love the dude, I sub to him, he's cool. Tell him who sent you, maybe he'll give me a shout out, you know. A lot of this info came from Salty Cracker. Punch buggy, no punch back. That's the second one in a episode, you know. This has happened in multiple different episodes. This is a new little game we're gonna have to play, is punch buggy. I got you, you know. Salty Cracker's where I got a lot of this info, and he was bringing up, did this even fucking happen? Because he brought up a picture of, and he said it was from Elon Musk Dragon, which he is like pro Elon. He's very right-wing conservative, which, hey, that's cool. I still like him. I watch Christians, I watch conservatives, I watch liberals, I watch everyone, you know. I don't make friends on who I agree with and put myself in an echo chamber, because that's retarded. He was showing that Dragon, when it re-entered the atmosphere, that it was all scorched. Like a meteor, like a falling star, you know, like a fallen angel. Dun dun dun. And this blue, what is it, Blue Origin? Yeah, this Blue Origin did not have any scorch marks when it came back into Earth. Red flag number one. Red flag number two, he was bringing up that anyone who has quote unquote traveled to space, which he's like me, you know, he doesn't believe in the moon landing and all that bullshit. anyone who has quote-unquote traveled to space, any engineer or anyone who's created these spacecraft tell you that the astronaut cannot open the door when they come back down in their little penis head. That's what it is, and we're going to get into the occultism of that here in a second. When they come in with their penis head and they land in the water or on Earth or whatever in their penis head, that's what I'm going to keep calling it too. The astronaut cannot open the door from the inside. They have to wait on a rescue mission for them to open the door because of the pressure of space and the vacuum of space. If they were able to open the door, pretty much like, I guess they're almost like welded on the inside. They're sealed on the inside. Not welded, but just sealed on the inside. They cannot get out. Excuse me, technical difficulties, my ashtray fell. And there's actual footage. Go check out his video on Blue Origin. I told you where it's at. There's video that all these dumb fucks inside of the Blue Origin penis head, they literally opened the door before, and go watch this shit. I'm in my car, so I can't show you. They literally opened the door before the guy got over there to open the door, and you could see him rush to the door real quick, like, oh shit, quit, stop. You're not supposed to be doing that. You can't open the door from the inside. We have to keep the illusion. Like, and then he opens the door, even though they opened the door from the inside, which is impossible with space travel. So, I'm leaning towards this didn't happen. Now let's get a little woo-woo and paranormal. So, somebody had brought to my attention, I was watching one of those channels, and there's so many of them. You guys know me, I just did a shout out. I do give proper shout outs when I know the source, but it's one of these conspiracy channels who watch TikTok compilations and commentary on it, do commentary on it. So I can't give proper shout outs, but I was watching one of those late at night, about ready to go to bed, and there was a lesbian conspiracy chick, who was talking about the Blue Origin and how Gayle King, which I love Gayle King. I know there's people out there who say, oh, they're all in on it. They're all chomos. They're all Illuminati, Satan worshipers. You guys know me. I don't fucking believe all that shit. Like, I believe definitely that there is some Luciferian evil-ass motherfuckers in Hollywood and the news and all the elites, you know, and all that. But I don't believe that every single one of them 100% are all evil. You know, like Keanu Reeves. I truly don't believe Keanu Reeves is like a Luciferian motherfucker. And by the way, there's an episode we have to do where Keanu Reeves came in contact with some evil elites, and he told a story about it and almost got arrested, and he's one of us, dude. Just wait. I'll do an episode on it. I need to do an episode on it. There's a story, and I'll tell you. Stay tuned for another day. But Gayle King, I've always liked Gayle King. I grew up watching Gayle King. She's a news broadcaster, and her friend is Oprah. And we all know how evil Oprah is with her school and the Hawaii land grab. I've talked about it before. You guys know. If you know, you know. Wink, wink. Don't wink. One eye closed. Illuminati confirmed. Hail Satan. But first of all, I get nothing. Like, and I go on intuition sometimes. I already told you this is getting woo woo. I go on intuition sometimes, and I trust my intuition. Some call it the Holy Spirit, you know, whatever. I get nothing but good vibes from Gayle King. She's a black lady newscaster. I've been watching her since a kid. I get nothing but good vibes. Like, she seems cool. And honestly, I don't believe in guilty by association. Just because your friend is Oprah doesn't mean you're evil. And I've told you guys before, man, I've been around people who have been child molesters and shit, and I didn't know it at the time. So, if it's automatic guilt by association, then I guess I'm fucked, you know? Been around wife beaters, been around cheaters, been around thieves, and been around murderers. Like, I've been around some shady motherfuckers, so I don't believe guilty by association. But she went to a fortune teller, and someone did like a tarot reading. Which you guys know me, I used to be a fortune teller. My company back in the day was Jack of all trades fortune telling. Which my evil witch of a mother, that fucking snake, I kept that sign, and she's like, you can't run your business in your new apartment. And I'm like, yeah, I'm keeping the sign because it was a part of my life, and I want my grandkids to look at it one day and be like, oh, this is cool. I want to have Grandpa's sign and hang it on the wall when he ran a fortune telling business, you know? Her dumb Christian ass threw it away. Because that's evil. That's satanic. Sorry. Little pet peeve. But, Gayle King had went to a fortune teller, and she pretty much told her, do not go on this Blue Origin flight. She didn't say that she would die. She didn't say that she would wreck. She just said, do not do this. She didn't tell her why, because sometimes the cards are fucking mysterious, you know. There's not a clear answer sometimes. It's just like, hey, don't do this. And they're always right. I've told you guys a billion times I do believe in that, and you guys know me, I'm pretty skeptical on a lot of shit, but the cards are always right, dude. That is one thing. Dowsing rods and tarot is like one thing, two things that I'm like, yeah, they're legit. Ouija board and Charlie and nah, I don't think so. From my experimentation, nah. And then Oprah kept pressuring Gayle King to take this flight. If you don't do it, you're gonna regret it. Which thankfully they all did land. And the only reason I say thankfully is because I like Gayle King. The rest of them I don't know anything about. I know Katy Perry was on there, and Illuminati confirmed. No, I don't really trust her. I haven't did a deep dive into Katy Perry. Maybe I should. Maybe that'd be a good episode. Hit me up in the comments if you think that'd be a cool episode. But pretty sure she's sketchy and Illuminati as fuck. But I'm glad Gayle made it back. And I just think it was funny that Oprah was pressuring her to go. So anyways, this lesbian that was made this TikTok, she got goosebumps as soon as she seen Gayle talking about, I don't want to go because this fortune teller told me not to go. I'm really scared. And she was literally crying, and Oprah was like, you need to do it. You'll regret it if you don't. The lady, she said the first thing that popped up into her head was Challenger hoax. Now, this is some black-pilled conspiracy shit, man. This is like black belt. This is the deepest of the dark of the rabbit hole. This is heavy hitter shit. I, like many, believe that the Challenger was a hoax, the Challenger explosion. I don't think anyone died that day. We need to do a full episode on it, a deep dive on it, and I'll explain why. Just look up Challenger hoax, and don't use Google, use Yandex. Be smart, use DuckDuckGo, you know, something like that. Don't use Google, you ain't gonna find shit. BitChute, go on BitChute and look up Challenger. You'll find all sorts of shit. Is BitChute even still around? I gave up on using it because it just sucked, man. It took like you could download one episode per week, and I'm like, dude, as much as I hate YouTube, like, I gotta keep using it because I can download 2 episodes in one day because I put this shit out, man. I want to do this as a full-time job. But, she was thinking, her theory was the conspiracy, her intuition was telling her that they were going to blow the Blue Origin up, blow it up with all these people on it. And by the way, NASA has already said that there's an escape slide within it, And the theory goes with Challenger. Let me just sum it up real quick, which we will do a whole episode on it and focus on it. The theory goes that, and it's based off fact, NASA's even admitted that there's a escape slide. If something goes wrong with the launch of a rocket, the astronauts can basically push a button and kind of eject through a slide and go back to the office or underground tunnel, whatever, somewhere safe from the shuttle. It'd be kind of fun to do, honestly. Kind of like, I love like the swirly slides like on the playground and shit. It'd be fun. Helter skelter, you know. When I get to the bottom of the slide, I go back to the top, and I stop, and I go for a ride, and it feels alright. Ooh, baby. Oh, some CIA. Maybe I'm a agent and don't even know it, like a sleeper cell. Strawberry Fairy, you know. If you know, you know. That reference, that's an old school reference if you're a long-time listener. Strawberry Fairy, my first secret society I ever joined as a kid. And it's harmless. Don't freak out and flip the fuck out on me. But the theory that this lady was propositioning was that basically they were going to blow this thing up and use it as like a national tragedy, like what they did with Challenger. And this ties in with Apollo 11 too, that famous Tom Hanks movie. Don't get me started on him. You all know Isaac Cappy and all that shit. Hanks is shady as fuck. He used to be so cool too. He used to be like America's sweetheart, you know, the actor, and like everyone's dad, you know. And when you learn the shadiness behind him with the gloves and Cap P, you know. I did a whole episode on Isaac Cappy, man. You need to look into him. I think there was something to it. Uh-oh. Scratched myself. I'm bleeding. Vampirism. Hellseeker. Illuminati confirmed. But they did the same thing with the Apollo 11 mission of basically like NASA, no one gave a fuck about the moon landing. I don't know if just people just knew it was fake or just didn't give a fuck. Because I'm seeing that now with like the alien disclosure shit is like no one gives a fuck. Our US government has literally said like we have craft that is extraterrestrial and we have evidence of extraterrestrial life, DNA samples and shit. And everyone's just like, I don't care. You know, on their phone. Let me look at a girl's butthole, you know. Crazy shit. And I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just saying we should probably pay attention because they might be launching Blue Beam soon. They're hyping everyone up for it, you know. But they did the whole Apollo 11. Go watch the movie. It's actually worth watching. I'll do a conspiracy cinema episode on it one day. A review and watch it again. It is a good movie. Even though it's got Hanks. Ugh. But the whole point is like the idea was that they faked like, oh, we almost went back to the moon, but all this dramatic bullshit happened, and they played it live on TV of like, oh, like a soap opera, trying to get people to get interested in space travel and NASA, because no one gave a fuck. People would rather be watching cartoons or Johnny Carson or whatever, you know, if he was around. So, and the same thing with Challenger. NASA was going down the drain. They weren't making money as much as they used to. We all know they're a fucking money laundering machine. They weren't making money and stuff like they used to, and no one gave a fuck about NASA. So the idea is that they blew up the Challenger with nobody on it to, for one, pull at America's heartstrings and basically get you to buy into the lie, you know. Financially, spiritually, mentally, and physically buy into it. So the idea is, if this lady wouldn't have put this video out, and God, please put a protectional barrier around this lady, protect her, you know, creator of all hue. I'd say pray for, you know. She might have stopped what could have been a Challenger number 2. Because I think, honestly, sometimes we give them ideas of, like, when we start thinking about shit, I think sometimes they take those and go, let's run with it and let's actually do this. Like, I think we give them ideas as conspiracy theorists. But I also think sometimes we stop shit. That basically they're planning something and we're smart enough to go, this is what they're going to do. And they don't do it because they know that too many people know what they're going to do. Does that make sense? But yeah, that's my episode on the Blue Origin. Those are my thoughts. I love you all. We might do a part 2 because there's a lot of shit with this Blue Origin that I want to talk about still. But y'all have a good day. God bless. Please subscribe, like, share. I'm trying to get up to 500 subs on YouTube. Please keep tuning in, and I love y'all. Y'all have a good day. May the road rise to meet your feet.